Let's move on to one of the MVPs on the podcast, Rivian. Looking for thoughts on the Rivian downgrade and today's sharp sell-off. With the name now trading well off its highs and testing key support levels, does this look like an oversold dip worth buying?
It's hard for me to be able to determine anything in the short term, but taking UBS's downgrade on Rivian, um, the way I look at it is their reason for downgrading it is that their expectations, they're sort of taming their expectations on the R2, possibly because EV sales in general have been sort of lackluster for the past couple of years. And I think UBS is sort of extrapolating that might mean that there might not be as much demand for the R2. I think that they're wrong. I think the R2 is going to sell every unit that Rivian can possibly make because I think it'll be a high demand product. It's the only real alternative to the Model Y, and I think it's a sexier looking car than the Model Y, and I think that there's going to be a lot of pent up demand for it. And by the way, their entire capacity to produce R2s is going to be at most 40 or 50,000 in 2026. So, I don't think it'll be difficult for them to sell 40 or 50,000 vehicles in 2026, or R2 vehicles. So I think UBS is wrong. Um, I don't know how that analyst came to that conclusion, but I would strongly disagree with them. But does it make sense to buy on the sell off? Well, guess what? Rivian is going to lose a bunch more money when they report again this quarter, and they're going to lose more money next quarter. So there's always going to be this sort of negative narrative on Rivian until they become a profitable company. And that narrative, it's hard to shake off for them. And I'm a fan, and I'm investing with a very long term viewpoint. And I suspect there will be multiple buying opportunities on dips for someone who's not in Rivian at all. But I'm not using this dip to add more shares. That's kind of like where I'm at it. But also, a significant portion of my portfolio is already in Rivian. So if I didn't already have Rivian, I might use this opportunity to jump in.
Any thoughts, Dustin?
I mean, I just generally don't personally value the analyst ratings too much, whether they're in my favor or not. So if I was bullish on Rivian before, I'm gonna still be bullish on Rivian now, unless if an analyst brought something new to the table that I didn't necessarily think of
Considered, yeah.
before. But um, to me, it's non-news, and yeah, it doesn't really change my perspective.